Hey folks, Logan here with Dream Guitars, and I have a very exciting creature in my hands today. This is the very first Tikatoo guitar that I have ever played or seen, and I do hope it is not the last. Ben Kaler is the luthier behind the name, and he's a young guy, and he is already killing it. This has a power and a clarity and just kind of a niceness that I don't usually expect from archtops. So it is really cool to see an archtop, a modern builder and a modern style archtop that just, it doesn't feel limited by like the jazz canon. I feel like this thing would work well for just about any style of music. I'm really enjoying it for fingerstyle, but of course, the whole jazz thing totally works too in this creature. But yeah, really fun stuff. A bunch of cool things are happening. Not the least of which is a multi-scale setup. It's in the 25s and then down into the 24s, so to speak, for the scale lengths. So that's great for intonation and string feel, and would enable you to do some tuning stuff with this too, which would be cool. It's got a bunch of really exciting aesthetic features here at the extension and at the head plate, and the impression, if you will, of what F-holes were, which I like. We also have kind of like the rolled violin edges for the body, which is just sick. I love that. And then there's a couple other cool things, like in lieu of those traditional F-holes, this guitar actually has a series of 2 ports here, which I'll show you a little bit more about this later on. And the port back here, actually, when in the player's position, really does at least project, for me, like right up into my ear, so I can hear it pretty quickly, which is always nice. So yeah. Really cool stuff. Getting into it a little bit, the top is a set of Sitka spruce with a nice shade top finish here. And I do like sort of these very simple purfling work and how that's all trimmed in. That does look good, right? It's active but not busy, you know what I'm saying? And then we have these mountains here, the blue and white capped mountains. So here's that sound port I'm talking about. And then on the opposite side, here's the bass, or both the bass and the back sound port, if you will. And it looks cool. Also, you can look into it, which is always fun. So yeah, but getting back around to the front for a second. Again, this is a multi-scale setup, so those bass strings are longer than the treble strings. And yeah, regular trapeze style tailpiece. So coming around the back, we have figured birch for the back and for the sides, with a nice little bit of chatoyance in there. The finish work definitely kind of accentuates that. And then we have that multicolored motif coming up here again for the back. Just looks so good. I love that. Looks so cool. Yeah, the neck also I'm pretty sure is birch, and has a fairly deep profile from the top of the fingerboard to the back of the neck, sort of a slightly boxed shape, so feels pretty good in hand. Yep. And then coming around to the front, we have that last little piece there at the head plate of that really cool color palette that he's got working there. Interesting. Looks nice. So yeah. So like I said, this is our very first Tikatoo, but may it not be the last. If you want to learn more about Ben's work, give us a shot. We'd love to chat. Cheers.